is Jessie, and I do perfume reviews in ASMR format. So if you enjoy perfume and also ASMR, you are in a good place for our video today. So today I'm doing a review of Elizabeth Arden's green tea Mimosa. So Elizabeth Arden launched their green tea fragrance mini years ago. Gosh, I wanna look it up to actually see the year that it was launched. It's been a while though. 1999. And since then they have had many flankers. Like, I don't know how many. I would think at least 15, maybe more. I don't own the green tea or any of the flankers. I have smelled the green tea. I actually did a review on my channel years ago. And then I did buy this Mimosa flanker because I did a Mimosa fragrances collection video, like a video on Mimosa fragrances on my channel. Probably posted in like February 2025 if you're curious to watch it. So I'm finally getting around to doing the review of this fragrance. Here's the box. If you're curious, I kind of like the box. It's just got this like happy, puffy. This is what Mimosa looks like, but much tinier. These like happy little puffy yellow clouds, and you probably can't see, but it's like textured. So I find the box kind of satisfying. Oh, how cute! Look, like that's like Mimosa. That's kind of the actual size that the little yellow puffs are. So yeah, Mimosa is a yellow floral. It grows on the mimosa tree. These like little puffs in like little fronds. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and review this fragrance today, and I will also later in the video touch on the only Elizabeth Arden fragrance that I own in my collection, which is Elizabeth Arden's white tea, and this is the Eau de Toilette version, so I'll touch on that later in the video. I'm still getting over a cold, so you'll hear that in my voice, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this fragrance. The cap, as you can see, it does look a bit like old school and maybe a touch like cheap. As you can see, it's just very simple and like a plastic cap, but you know, that's what the green tea fragrance looks like, and they've kind of just kept that for a long time. And to my understanding, the green tea fragrance and all of the flankers are like pretty light, so they're not like they're not supposed to be like strong perfumes. They're really like getting closer, I would think, to like a body spray, and they're cheap, so it's okay that they're not like bangers, you know. Okay, this is our little flower card of the day. I think that honestly looks like a hyacinth, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a spray. I was hoping to not push it down all the way, because I'll just warn you ahead of time, I do not love this fragrance. So I did not want it on my finger, but it did get a little on my finger, but that's okay. It's just how it goes. Okay, so I'm just giving this a moment to dry down. I wish I had the original green tea fragrance to like compare side by side so I could tell you like what they have in common, but from what I recall smelling this, it didn't have like a super strong green tea accord. It was like more subtle. Definitely a citrus accord, but not so much like a green tea accord to my nose. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a smell. Okay, the green tea is there, but I would say it's overpowered by the citrus and mimosa, so it's really not, yeah, but you know, that makes sense. It's a flanker to the original, so it's not gonna smell just like a green tea scent, right? Okay, so what I get from this is, yeah, quite a bit of citrus. I don't remember what, but I would think maybe lemon. I would think lemon because it's yellow, and you know, we've got the yellow mimosa. And then I do have a bit of something like aromatic or, you know, green tea. There's musk in here, and then I definitely get the mimosa. It's got that like kind of powdered, like honeyed, powdery, pollen-y vibe. Yeah, and yeah, this fragrance is musky. It's a bit powdery, but it's got a lot of like sharpness from the citrus, so that I would not say that overall it's like a powdery musk bomb at all. It's just an element of it, probably coming from the mimosa, but there's a lot of like brightness from the citrus and the other notes. So yeah, I'll read you the main accords that we have listed on Fragrantica. So they are powdery, yellow floral, citrus, floral, green, fresh, vanilla, sweet, musky, and fresh spicy. I wouldn't myself put powdery as the first main accord, like I said. It's definitely there, but I don't find it to be like a super powdery fragrance. I would put like citrus and yellow floral at the top. And then yeah, I would put like powdery or musky maybe after that. Maybe a touch of green. Yeah, so as it's drying down, it's already losing some of that citrusy quality, but it still has a bit of like to me, a bit of like a lemon cleaner vibe. That's just me personally, or at least it's funny because as I smell it on the paper, I'm liking it more and more because it's losing that lemon, it's losing that lemony top note, but I remember when I wore it on my clothes, it just stayed like that for a very long time, and I was kind of turned off, so it does have a touch of sweetness as well, but this is not at all like a sweet fragrance. I wouldn't think of it as a sweet fragrance. Okay, so, and yeah, it does have a fairly realistic mimosa coming through, you know, more than I remember when I wore it. It's funny, when I wore it, I just remembered like a lot of that lemon, but I definitely get that realistic mimosa coming through when I smell it now. Okay, let's go ahead and read the notes. They are fairly simple. We have two top notes. They are green tea and citruses. Okay, so it's just generic citruses, but I definitely get the citruses. I find it to smell like a lemon citrus, and then I do get the green tea note, but it's not like obvious, you know. It's subtle, and it adds just a bit of like it tones things down in a nice way. I don't know how to say it. Green tea has like an earthiness. It's not like a fresh, bright green. It's like a toned down, earthy green. That's what I get with green tea. Okay, for our middle note, we've got one middle note, and that is our beloved mimosa. So, yeah, I definitely get the mimosa. It's probably, right now, it's the main thing I'm getting. But like I said, when I sprayed this on my clothes, I feel like I smelled the lemon for a long time, so I don't know, maybe it's just different on paper, that might be. And of course it might be different on skin. I do not spray fragrances on my skin, so I know that totally changes things. I'm sorry, but that's just how I do it. Okay, so I definitely get the mimosa, and then for our base notes, we've got two base notes. They are heliotrope and ambrette, and I totally forgot that there was heliotrope in this fragrance. So heliotrope is probably adding like a powdery floral in addition to the mimosa. I would say, if anything, heliotrope to me is a little more powdery than mimosa. Like mimosa, I would say, is more like dusty, pollen-y, whereas heliotrope is more powdery, if that makes sense. So they go well together, you know. But yeah, I feel like I'm not getting heliotrope outright, but I can see how it's adding to it. And then I do feel like I'm getting some of the ambrette, just adding Mimosa Green Tea Citruses Heliotrope Musk, so it's a little different than what I'm saying. Yeah, then the green tea is not, it's not super prominent to me, but I could definitely get it. I just get more citrus and mimosa. Okay, so let's take a little detour and I will tell you about my white tea by Elizabeth Arden. This is the Eau de Toilette. There is an Eau de Parfum version that was released more recently, like probably like 2022 or something. This one was launched in 2017, so it's been around for a bit, and it does the fading out to transparent on the bottom. So yeah, I really do like this fragrance. It has a white tea note, and it just has other notes that kind of give like a white, fluffy, musky feel to me. It honestly has like a creamy feel, like a aromatic, creamy vibe, earthy, natural, creamy. It's like the most beautiful, like natural lotion, like the most beautiful natural, like citrusy, earthy, aromatic lotion. That's kind of the vibe I get. And I did used to have a lotion of this, but I think I sold it, or I'm trying to sell it. So anyway, this has quite a few notes, but you definitely get that tea note. Like, I get the tea note fairly prominently here. Then I get other notes that just kind of add like an earthy, musky, creamy powderiness. There's white iris, there's sea notes, but it doesn't have like a beachy or a marine vibe, but I just feel like it adds a bit of like natural breeze, effervescence. There's a note of fern, so like a little bit of green. There's also clary sage, so a little bit of like aromatic. There's like, what is it? I think it's just called like exotic woods, so like very light woods. There's ambrette. Oh, there's also a mate note in addition to the white tea, so it's definitely like an earthy tea vibe. I just love this. I find it so beautiful, classy, natural, kind of unisex smelling, very clean, like crisp white shirt, white linens put together vibe. So yeah, that one's in my collection. That's the Elizabeth Arden White Tea Eau de Toilette. I think I smelled Eau de Parfum, and I really couldn't tell that much of a difference, but that was a while ago, so maybe my memory does not serve. Okay, so just briefly going back to Elizabeth Arden's Green Tea and Mimosa, and I'll just read you some other stats according to Fragrantica. So this fragrance was launched in 2016, and it has an overall rating of 3.69 out of 5 with 580 votes. So that's not like a great rating. It's a little on the lower side, which, you know, I can understand. I just feel that there's nothing about this scent profile that's like really that modern or just something that would appeal super strongly to people today, you know. I feel like the average buyer would be like, no, not for me. But, you know, if you're looking for a mimosa fragrance, and if you like citrus and mimosa, or if you like green tea, you know, I think this could work for you. Some other info, people are saying that the longevity is on the lighter side for this. It did stick around for me when I remember wearing it, but, you know, people are saying that the sillage is on the more intimate side. I felt it to be kind of moderate, but, you know, I might have also, like, changed my shirt after a couple hours, so, like, that's possible that I can. I honestly don't remember. Okay, and then for gender, this is being rated as fairly feminine. I feel like it's, yeah, definitely more feminine. And it's being compared somewhat to Versace's Yellow Diamond. Well, there's like a lot of thumbs up, but a lot of thumbs down as well. I could see they're in the same realm, but says, what a sunny, nostalgic knife. I don't know what N-A-I-F. I don't know what that means. Knife mimosa scent. This is the green tea opens bright, but leaves a sweet citrus behind, which leads to a soft yellow floral scent that smells like what a child's laughter would sound like. A simple, fresh perfume that soothes the soul. Yeah, so the green tea opens bright. To me, it's just that the citruses are bright, but then they, fade a little bit over time. Somebody else says, boring, screechy, clean, green tea with a hint of lemon and powderiness, fresh but cheap smelling. I like my fragrances more warm and fruity and nuanced. I wear it for the office. I will be glad when it's finished. Don't wear it if you don't like it, you know what I mean? That's my take. Like, why would you wear something that you don't like? I just would not. But I get what they say when they say screechy. At least in the beginning, it does have a screechy lemon cleaner type scent to me. Okay, somebody else says, Mimosa adds a little something to the overly green profile, but it's nothing to write home about. Not very flattering in my opinion. At least the scent carries and lasts. I remember it lasting. Personally, I did think it lasted too long, in my opinion, because I just didn't love it enough. So yeah, that is my review of Elizabeth